winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Watch it now, Barney!
They're going to try and throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Throwing on first down. Murray, throw left side, caught by Butler. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Play action. Murray. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And now here come the Ravens. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw on 2nd down. Jensen. He's going to air one out. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now Doug Marrone, with a play clock almost out, says let's take a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Lucky 56. Gun. Over. Watch him now, Barney.
On 1st and 10, Murray flushed out right. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Murray eluding the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. From the gun, Murray. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
Watch him now, Barney.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. It's their quarterback scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Detroit!
Looking to throw on second down. Jensen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ferguson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they've got it here with a first down.
Detroit!
Operating from the gun. Jensen. He sets to fire. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 56 yards. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over!
On second down, here's Fournette. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A handoff to Fournette. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw on second down. Murray dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Murray. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
On fourth down, Murray. Caught right side, Davis. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
Hey, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing on first down. Murray. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch. Especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
They're a tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on second down. Murray, throw left side, complete. That's Powers. 2nd catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! I'm coming after you! Leopard! Leopard! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now a first carry for their fullback. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Leopard! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up!
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
No, check! Patriot! Patriot!
carry here for their fullback. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. It's the fullback. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Jensen escaping the pressure right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jensen looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jensen. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
On 1st down, Murray dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
To the air on 2nd down. Murray nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Willis in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Murray now. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he's given his guys a shot from late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And the kick by Elliott is good. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off the play fake. Murray. And he's got his man out of the slot. Complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Jaguars on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Detroit!
Off play action. Murray. They'll roll him out right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Throwing on first down. Murray. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Gun! Watch him now, Barney.
From the gun, Murray. Got him in. It's Brashon Perriman. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Quick hitter here is complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to have a third down.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56.
Operating from the gun, Murray. That is caught. It's Perriman. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
He'll get it up the middle. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Murray into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And to give this time to the tailback. And they work this out past the 25. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a 1st down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw on 2nd down. Jensen. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play. And the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
On 1st and 10, Jensen buying time to his left. He's got his man on the crossing route. He got 29 yards that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st down, Jensen. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jensen. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, Jensen. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Detroit! Detroit!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Will Fuller, 30 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Detroit! Detroit! Over, over! Over, over!
They'll try and run with their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
To throw on 2nd down. Murray. And Davis with it left side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Here's a give to Fournette. And some room to maneuver. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! You ain't going nowhere. Hot! 57 Mike. Mike 57. Party now. Whoa! Hot!
Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! Here we go now. 319! 319! Hot! 57 Hot!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
To throw on 3rd down. Murray over the middle, complete. That's Powers. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Watch it now, Barney! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot!
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9.
Watch it now, Barney! Over! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot!
Looking to throw. Murray finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Now Leonard Fournette. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the two tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see two tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think of run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Lucky 56.
They get it to him running left. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Partner, you get about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Back to throw. Murray. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So in an evenly contested AFC title game, that very likely was the kick that'll send them to the Super Bowl.
And that's why you and I are up in the booth. Can't even imagine the pressure he was under right there. I mean, that's a career definer. And he stepped up and calmly put it through the uprights.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another hand.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Gone, 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 gone.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And they'll get him down here at the 23.